What's up, everybody? Mobby13, and you're looking at NES Art Studio. This is a program I've been working on for a long time. We've kind of done a sweeping update to it, attempting to address its weak points, filling it out feature-wise, and we're at a decent demo place, and that's why you're watching this video right now. So we're looking at a sprite that I drew here. You could see now it's actually a really small, it'll go all the way down. um that's actually the actual size, which you probably can't even see on your phone. It's a dot, right? And but you bring it back up and you can actually draw the sprite. Now when you see it on something like a Nintendo, it won't look that small as the smallest, and it won't look as big as it looks on the screen here either. So, but this is the Art Studio, so that you can work on the pixel art at wherever you're comfortable with. So we got that out of the way. One of the things that you would realize is that um, the sprites are made up of parts. So if we toggle the tile grid, you're going to see these 8 by 8 parts that make up the sprite. And of course, the coding tells the game where the sprite parts go, and you can create larger sprites. For example, you can have it twice as wide to be 32 by 32. Right now, it's 16 wide and 32 tall. Okay, so that's nice to kind of peek at the different parts. But since that's all, we're leaving that all to the program of the game, we can concern ourselves with looking at the pixel data. And so we're going to go ahead and show the grid here. Now, that easily shows you each pixel. And what I'm just here demonstrating, like, again, like how you use the program at the same time of what the program can do. We have a pixel grid here that actually has a transparency effect, and you can see that I'm going to go ahead and change that live for you. And what this is intended for is to help you draw and help you um, to paint the pixel art, right? And so I think what feels comfortable might be something like that, and then I can go through my tools. Now we have a pen tool, and we see the palette at the top. Since old games are restricted to like a transparent one, color, and then like here's the skin color, here's an outline color, and here's your shirt color, and that's pretty much what a game could cover. Now, besides all the tricks and different things you want to do, more advanced characters. Now we got that pen. Let's use our blue color because that represents the shirt. And so if I wanted to paint the shirt, as that represents the shirt color, okay, you could see that I started to paint the shirt blue. I could even take it all the way. Nah, not really looking that good. But with Control Z, I can really undo, just like in Photoshop and other editing programs, very easily. And so we're gonna undo, we're gonna undo, we're gonna undo step by step. So of course this is our feature list. I'm just kind of reviewing normal things. Now let's go ahead and use, let's test our eraser and just start erasing the face. You can see we actually get down to the transparent canvas. There's actually no color there. It is completely devoid of paint color, and it just shows you a raw canvas color. Okay, so you can differentiate. Now, our paint fill tool is generally pretty useful. Again, we're going to use our blue. We want to make the pink parts, which are transparent, and that won't show in the game. We're going to just make it blue just to demonstrate how good our our fill tool is. And I'm going to go ahead and select all of that works together to fill, and we missed the little blue one at the bottom. We can make it just to show you how easy this is to use. I'm undoing all of this, and now let's say I want to make the clothes completely transparent. I can do that too. And again, let's make all the skin transparent. Okay. um and then I can just make the background all black. Okay, and you can see just how easy it is to edit and draw. And it's like I'm so tired of these archaic old programs, and I mean this with no disrespect, that there are people who are designers and the coders from different parts of the world, and they think differently and they use tools differently and they want it organized differently. So of course I would imagine that there's some people that are going to hate what I'm creating here. It's not going to be useful for them. They've already learned other art programs already. But so I made this tool for myself and for those who are interested and like it. Now, you've seen the color options. I think we have more to show on the grid. Let's go ahead and switch our grid to black, okay? And we're at 40% opacity. I'm going to go just switch the white to black just to show you that contrast. And again, I can just make that grid disappear. And so the good thing about this is you have all of these different quality of life, 2026 things that you could do. And this program starts to become attractive. It starts to offer things that other programs don't do because they're not getting updated generally. They're not having this modern demands, and would say that it's like considerations. Yeah. So we have something like that now, and we have our eyedropper tool. What that eyedropper tool lets us do is, let's say this transparent background color, I want to make that blue. I just go ahead and pick the blue color, it turns blue. If I pick the skin color, it turns skin color, black, black, and of course, back to the transparent background color, the pink. Of course, we can just make the background look white so you can see a normalized background. Do that in a second. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. That's what a sprite looks like with some game graphics in the background, right? Um, so we have our quick palette that lets us deal with all the colors that are in the sprite itself. We have a line tool here. Let's go ahead and just use an arbitrary color. I'm going to pick something green. All right. And we're going to, I just want to draw a line down his body. Boom. Does it just like that. What if I want to put a line across his chest? Simple. What if I just want to paint these in for his shoes? It's done quick and easy like that. So I would say that we're cooking. Another tool that is going to be useful is rectangle. We just select our rectangles. We can do that. We can cover the face just like that. We can paint with rectangles like so, as you can see. You can see how this is just the mind of the artist can use the tools, yeah? Decently impressive by design. And everything works as it should. We have our zoom functions, which is scroll wheel in and out, and buttons. Drag is not relevant, just deals with the canvas, dragging the art around, which is not really set up, but don't really need it. Canvas size. So our canvas size basically lets us pick from a lot of standard sizes, such as 8 by 8. As you know, this is 16 by 32. So we have 16 by 32. We also have 32 by 32. We also have 16 by 16. We have 8 by 16, etc. You could just push the button and change the size. If I wanted to make this half size from 16 by 32 to 16 by 16, and I push the button, of course, it will just be the 16. If I make it wider, let's go ahead and hit canvas size and make it 32 by 32, you will see that we have another man's space right next to his. And this can be useful for a side-by-side drawing, comparison, etc., whatever. And we have quick way to clear the canvas when you're just free drawing and you just want to keep drawing and clearing and drawing and clearing. You have that. We have centering the canvas. Again, that's for dragging and centering the canvas. We have toggle grid button, quick on and off, whatever setting you set it at. Okay, let's set it pretty bright, and then just toggle that grid. I could just toggle that grid on and off very easily, and might even have that to a button if it makes it better for people. But the tile grid I already went over. And then you have fill tolerance tool, which is just about filling in the colors, which doesn't really apply much anymore because we're dealing with with true sprite information. It doesn't have a lot of muddying of the edges. Um, Basically, you can open the true size of these sprites, and you can also open fitting to canvas. Um, Again, copy and paste and undo, redo, all these typical things that you see. And that's pretty much the entire program. I figured it was worth taking through, even that would be a little bit longer. Um, so this gets you off designing. This gets you, to easily and quickly design and draw pixel art, and that's the idea. I think there's probably other ways to display the things, like for example, like the character data, the sprite data, stuff like that, things like that, more nuanced. But this is basically the entire program. I hope you enjoyed watching that. Make sure you hit like, and yeah, this software is intended to be available for you can buy it for any price you like. Buy it for any amount that you like. If you like it or it'll be useful to you, and or if you want to support me. And for right now, I have to figure out how I get all those logistics of making that happen. So I don't have this available for offer right this second, but it's just a full demo of the actual program in its current state. Thank you. Bye.